Iran has made a pick of their new leader.
Let's begin this morning with new strikes in Iran overnight. The United States and Israel targeting the country's energy infrastructure as Israel continues its attacks on Hezbollah in Lebanon. NBC's Matt Bradley is in Tel Aviv with more on that. But first, Matt, there is breaking news out of Tehran.
That's right, and good morning, Willie. That Iranian body in charge of selecting a new leader have said that they've made their choice, but they didn't name him as this conflict expands even.
That's surprising because, I mean, I'm not surprised they didn't say it. The Iran shit is getting rough.
Even wider.
It's expanding every day, gets a little bit bigger.
Today, Israel and the U.S. are expanding their strikes on Iran, a day after President Trump threatened to escalate the conflict if the country's leaders refuse to surrender. For the first time, Israel is now attacking energy installations across Iran, like this fuel depot. Even as the war widens, President Trump still sounds optimistic Iran will give up soon.
They're being decimated now. You know, at some point, I don't think there'll be anybody left maybe to say, we surrender, but they're being decimated.
But Iran is still punching back, with strikes on Gulf states that host American military installations, like this government building in Kuwait City.
Kuwait, Cyprus, Saudi Arabia had their first death today due to all this.
Iran's president apologized to its neighbors, offering to halt their attacks on Arab Gulf countries if they
saying a military projectile killed an Indian and a Bangladeshi.
Stop hosting American strikes on Iran. But senior Iranian military officials quickly contradicted him. The strikes carried out by the Islamic Republic will continue, said the head of Iran's Security Council. We have no divisions among ourselves in fighting Israel and the United States. Israel is also stepping up another war closer to home in neighboring Lebanon, pounding Hezbollah, Iran's main...
Oh, so yeah, Israel's starting another war. Two wars at the same time.
...proxy after the group started attacking Israel last week. We went to northern Israel to see the fight with Hezbollah up close. It's the kind of thing we've been hearing all morning here right next to Lebanon. The sound of artillery coming from Israel toward Lebanon, and even the sound of small arms fire from Lebanon right over that hill. This is a hot conflict. During its last fight with Hezbollah, Israel evacuated hundreds of thousands of people from northern Israel for more than a year. This time, Israel's army says its civilians aren't going anywhere, but hundreds of thousands of Lebanese have already been displaced. Colonel R., a commander in Israel's 769 Brigade, covered his identity for his own protection.
Soldiers in front of the civilians to make sure that they can stay here. We're not going to evacuate the citizens again here from the north. That's not going to happen.
That imminent danger hasn't deterred locals who hope Israel's new offensive will finish Hezbollah once and for all.
Hopefully we'll have freer hands to really finish off the job that was supposed to be done about a year ago.
And Willie, here in Israel, the death toll has stood at 10 despite those ferocious Iranian counterattacks. And the fact is that the vast majority of injuries have come from people hurting themselves while rushing to those bomb shelters. Willie?
Matt Bradley starting us off in Tel Aviv this morning. Matt, thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the...
And our boy, the minister, was interviewed by NBC today as well. Also, a tiny update before we get into the interview with the foreign minister of Iran. I know it's from Newsweek, and this is still like a trust me bro moment, but it's looking more and more like, yeah, the Trump admin did shoot just drawings of F-14s on the ground. This video is old. Okay. This is during the 12-day war. But the Trump admin posted this video. And Grok shows himself out of that Iran usually... Video matches clip posted by IDF on June 16th of 2025. Okay, so yeah, this was June 15th. Verdict false. Okay, so this is a false moment. But I'm pretty sure the Trump admin posted this, but I don't know. I just wanted to give that little update. I just don't think that was a true moment. I don't think this is a hashtag true.
Welcome back, and joining me now is the Foreign Minister of Iran, Abbas Araghchi. Mr. Foreign Minister, welcome to Meet the Press.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much for being here. I have to ask you the big question on everyone's mind. Who is in charge in Iran right now?
Well, it is already known. The council of the interim leadership council is now in charge, and they are doing their act in the absence of the leader, while a new supreme leader is going to be elected soon by the Assembly of Experts. And the president and the cabinet are also doing their duties. Parliament, everything is in its place.
Well, there are reports this morning that the Iranian Assembly of Experts has come to a decision on a new supreme leader for Iran. Many have suggested it would be the son of the late supreme leader, Mojtaba Khamenei. Will he be the next leader of Iran?
Well, nobody knows. Actually, there are lots of rumors around, but we have to wait for the Assembly of Experts to convene and vote for the new supreme leader and the one who is elected by them.
Do you think he should be the next leader of Iran?
Well, anybody which is elected by the Assembly of Experts would be the next supreme leader of Iran. And as you know, the Assembly of the members of the Assembly.
What a pointless fucking question. You know he's not going to answer that.
Elected directly by the people.
All right. Well, President Trump says he should pick the new leader of Iran. Will Iran allow President Trump to have any role in picking its new leader?
We allow nobody to interfere in our domestic affairs. This is up to the Iranian people to elect their new leader. They have already elected the Assembly of Experts, and the Assembly of Experts would do the job. It is only the business of the Iranian people and nobody else's business.
President Trump says there will be no deal with Iran except for, quote, unconditional surrender. Will Iran agree to unconditional surrender for the sake of bringing this war to an end, Mr. Foreign Minister?
Well, this is what he asked previous time, last year in June, that when Israel started to attack us, President Trump used the same phrase, unconditional surrender. That was the tweet he made. And that didn't happen. We resisted, and after 12 days, Israelis asked for unconditional ceasefire. So we never give up, we never surrender, and we continue to resist as long as it takes. We continue to defend ourselves, and we are defending our territory, our people, and our dignity. And our dignity is not for sale.
Well, let me ask you, because what conditions would Iran accept to bring this war to an end?
Yeah, he's definitely trying not to laugh. It's very obvious.
Actually, we are not at that point yet. Obviously, this time is different from the previous time. Last time, we accepted the ceasefire. But, this time is quite different. And the reason is obvious. Last time they attacked us. They made aggression against us. They killed our people. They destroyed our places and then asked for a ceasefire. And we accepted out of good faith because we were only exercising the act of self-defense. And when the aggression was stopped, we stopped too. But, it didn't bring about peace. And now this year, they again started to attack us. And again, they have, they are killing our people. They are killing, girl students. They are attacking hospitals, freshwater desalinations, refineries, everywhere. People have been killed. Places have been destroyed. And now they want to ask for a ceasefire again. Well, this doesn't work like this. So there should be a permanent end of the war. And unless we get to that, I think we need to, continue fighting for the sake of our people and our security.
We are going to get to the reports about some of the deaths in just a moment. But just to stay on this topic, would Iran ever agree to a ceasefire to get back to the negotiating table to end all of this military conflict?
Well, they have to explain why they started this aggression before we come to the point to even consider a ceasefire. Of course, nobody wants to continue this war. This is not our war. This is not our, the war of our choice. This is imposed on us by the United States, by Israelis. They have, started this war unprovoked, unwarranted, illegally. And what we are doing is legal act of self-defense, and we have every right to do that. So it is not fair that if only it stops the aggression and ask us to stop too. As I said, this time is different.
A mother stretches.
Yeah, the Iranian government is not going to take a ceasefire. And this is what happens when you just give them ceasefires and give them deals and then back out to it. They're just not going to trust you. Why would the Iranian leadership has zero reason to trust the U.S. and Israel. Granted, they didn't have any before, but now they definitely don't have one.
Let me ask you about some of what Iran has been doing. Iran has launched hundreds of missiles at 13 other nations in the region. On Saturday, the Iranian president apologized for those strikes on neighboring Gulf states. Was it a mistake for Iran to attack its neighbors?
Well, it is a mistake if you consider that Iran is attacking its neighbors. No, we are not attacking our neighbors. We are attacking American bases, American, installations, American assets, which are unfortunately located in the soils of our neighbors. So we are not attacking our neighbors. We are attacking Americans who are attacking us. we are retaliating. We have not started this war.
And this is the American plan, by the way. Put bases everywhere, so if anybody has to like retaliate against America, it looks like you can say that Iran's attacking other countries.
The Americans who started this war against us, attacking us, and we are defending ourselves. So it is obvious that our missiles cannot reach the U.S. Soil. What we can do is to attack American bases.
Ooh, that's something to say.
Nations around us, which are unfortunately in the soils of our neighborly countries.
But Mr. Foreign Minister, if you're not attacking your neighbors, why did the Iranian president apologize?
Well, first of all, apology in our culture is a sign of dignity and strength. Secondly, he apologized from the peoples of the region for the inconveniences they have faced because of this aggression by the United States and retaliation by us. So as a matter of fact, it is in fact the President of the United States who should apologize from the people of the region and Iranian people for the killings and destructions they have done against us.
Let me ask you, because NBC News is reporting that Iran is receiving help from Russia to help locate U.S. forces. Are you receiving any help from Russia?
Well, we have a strategic partnership with Russia.
So that's a yes?
And well, a military cooperation between Iran and Russia is not something new. It's not a secret. It has been in the past.
Yeah, this interview's pissing me off. I'm not watching the rest of it. She's asking completely fucking useless questions. Completely pointless, useless questions that are, like, getting at nothing. It feels so scripted. I mean, granted, it's obviously planned and scripted, but... I mean, they have a new leader. Trump is not happy about it.
This morning, the U.S. and Israel intensifying their attacks on Iran as President
She already
Trump now
sold
demands,
anyways.
quote,
Yeah, that's true.
unconditional surrender. Overnight explosions rocking Tehran yet again. Israel says they began a new wave of strikes in the capital city. Videos circulating online showing the moment one of those strikes hit a major airport, leaving it engulfed in flames. Iran has been ramping up its retaliatory strikes throughout the week. On Friday, fire seen erupting at U.S. logistics offices and warehouses in Iraq after an Iranian drone strike. And in Kuwait, Iranian missile debris igniting this fire at a military base where U.S. troops are stationed. No injuries have been reported. But this morning, in a televised address, the president of Iran apologizing to its neighbors, saying there will be no more attacks on neighboring countries and no missile launches unless attacks originate from those countries against Iran. Also responding to Trump's call for surrender, saying the U.S. and Israel, quote, will take their dreams of us surrendering unconditionally to the grave. And in an alarming new development, sources telling ABC News the U.S. believes Russia has been providing intelligence to Iran involving the locations of American troops, including aircraft and ships in the region.
Which isn't
Defense Secretary
surprising.
Pete Hegseth responding to those claims in a preview of an upcoming 60 Minutes episode.
Our commanders are aware of everything. We have the best intelligence in the world. We're aware of who's talking to who, why they're talking to them, how accurate that information might be, how we factor that into our battle plans.
The Pentagon says the U.S. has now struck more than 3,000 targets in Iran, with the world's largest aircraft carrier, the USS Gerald R. Ford, moving into the Red Sea. And as questions mount as to whether there will be American boots on the ground, in another sign of potential escalation, multiple officials telling ABC News the Army abruptly canceled a major training exercise for a unit of the 82nd Airborne Division that oversees deployments. The 82nd Airborne is the Pentagon's premier ground combat unit, fueling speculation that they may be getting ready to deploy to the Middle East if needed. But officials stress there are no orders to deploy right now.
And Dad was a part of that?
The scope of the war only growing larger, and on to a second front as Israel expands its strikes deeper into Lebanon, waging war on the Iranian-backed proxy group Hezbollah. Bombs ringing out in Beirut throughout Friday.
So you can see there the explosion right there. You can see the explosion. And there is the sound. It takes a little bit for the sound to travel. Obviously, you see the explosion first, then the sound reaches us. That is the latest strike and what has been strike after strike.
This is true. Sound does travel faster than light travels faster than sound.
After strike all day long.
Hundreds of thousands now forced to escape after the Israeli military issued evacuation orders in the area. And this morning, new details on that horrific strike on a girls' school in southern Iran that Iran says left 168 people dead. As the U.S. investigates, sources telling us they believe it is possible American forces are responsible for the attack because they were conducting strikes in the vicinity of the school at the same time. Retired Master Sergeant Wes Bryant, who worked in the Pentagon office that assesses civilian casualties, says he believes the building was targeted.
I could tell immediately that this compound was...
And I wouldn't be surprised. Like, Pete Hegseth would absolutely be like, yeah, go for that. Iranians get closer to her. Not going to last long. He's not going to get approval from us. If he doesn't get approval from us, he's not going to last long. We want to make sure that we don't have to go back every 10 years. When you don't have a president like me, that's not going to do it. I don't want people to have to go back in 5 years and have to do the same thing again, or worse, let them have a nuclear weapon. I would, in order to choose a good leader, I would, yeah. There are numerous people that could qualify. It's all about regime change, dude. It's all over again. Welcome back, Iraq. Pete Keg's breath, that's true. Welcome back, Iraq. Dude, it's 2003 again, all over again. Their plan was to attack the entire Middle East, to take over the Middle East. Everything is on the table, everything. Senior admin told reporters last week that Iran has enriched enough uranium to get weapons-grade material in 10 days or less. Much of the uranium is believed to be held in sites bombed during Operation Midnight Hammer, which did not strike deep enough to take out any of Iran's nuclear capabilities. And the thing about it is, they're so worried about nuclear weapons because Israel has them. Israel has nuclear weapons. And they don't want to start a nuclear war. Dude. I'm losing my fucking shit. We're all going to hell. Every single American. I'm sorry. We're all on our way to hell. This country is such a fucking shithole. I hate this country. I hate it. I hate the people who run this country. We're all going to hell with Trump. And everybody knows it now. Everybody knows it now that the US is an evil, evil country.